Let's go to Casey now in Dallas, Texas. Casey, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Casey.
Just to give you a little bit of background, I've been with this company for about 1.5 years, and I just moved into the position I'm in now about 8 months ago. Originally, there were 2 of us in the position, but the other person is no longer with us, so I've been doing my job and that person's job, as well as reports that have become increasingly more time-consuming over the last couple of months because of some new computer software.
Yep.
When I Googled how much my average base pay is for my position, it's about $75,000 to $78,000, and I'm currently being paid $54,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if I'm, one, justified in asking for a raise since I've only been in the position 8 months, and if so, how I go about doing that.
Well, the answer is yes, because you've been asked to step in and you've filled in, and I'm guessing you filled in admirably. That you feel like if I called them on the phone today and talked to your leaders, they'd go, yeah, I mean, Casey's just stepped up big time. Is that the impression that you have, that they have of you?
Yeah, I believe that they think I'm doing a really good job.
Have they communicated with you about the duration of this current situation?
No, it sounds like it's going to be permanent for a long while at least, and that I'm going to continue doing it this way.
And did they tell you why they've decided to now combine 2 people positions into one? What's the reason besides the person left?
Well, because, I'm in the car industry,
yeah.
And so they, with the way everything is lately, there's inventory's not up, and
yep.
So they feel like that really they only need one person in this position.
Do you agree? Minus these new reports
not
that
really.
are, yeah.
Okay, if it were just the job that, my job and the other person's job, then I could do it. But it's so, with adding the reports in there and everything, it's really
that's where
time-consuming, stressful, and...
Have you talked to them about that right there?
I have not.
Okay, you have to. Because I always give the benefit of the doubt to the leader when the leader has not been communicated to. When you communicate that to the leader and the leader doesn't do anything with it, now we've got a very clear leadership problem. So my advice to you is going to involve this anyway. So you've got to talk to the leader and say essentially with humility what you just said to me. Hey, listen, you guys communicated this to me. I totally get it where we're at, but here's the thing. Previous to this new technology, should come in and go, hey, I need your help. Here's how you approach this. I need your help. You're my leader. I need your help. Prior to this new technology system that is creating all these reports, or however you would say that, I could do the job effectively of myself and whoever the last person was. I could do it. Not a problem. As you know, I stepped in and did it. Here's the challenge. I know there's a reason why that we've got this new system, but I'm just letting you know as the person who I had no problem taking on both positions and effectively did it. I'm starting to drown, and I just wanted you to know, because this has nothing to do with you. This is a company thing. I'm struggling with this. I don't think I mean, it's really adding so much, and it's going to affect the effectiveness. And this isn't a me thing. I just want to show you I've done the analysis. Like, don't just come and raise the problem. Come with a possible solution. And what I mean by that is you don't just shove a problem on the table and go, there you go, what you going to do? You got to go, hey, it's creating this many more hours per week. And as a result, I'm working this many hours. I know that's not part of the deal. Or I'm having to steal from this over here. What do you think is more important? What do you think the fix is? Let them have some ownership in it. Say, hey, I really want your advice and your insight on this. I want to work together on this. And then in the same conversation say, hey, because of this new combination, I'd love to talk about a growth plan when my first year comes up, my annual. I'm 4 months away. You've only been there 8 months. So I don't, I'm not a fan of bringing up a pay raise because I felt like if they could do it, they probably would have offered it when they combined those positions. Don't you think?
Well, I mean, I don't see why they couldn't do it because
I agree, except
they
for
went from paying two positions. We were making the same amount in pay. So
I agree, but if inventory's down,
up.
well, because they're probably trying to cut costs. I mean, again, I'm not saying they're right. I'm trying to think of why they wouldn't. They're going, well, this is a cost savings, and you agreed just a moment ago that one person can do the job of two. Right? Now, I think they should have given you a bump. That's what I think. So I do agree with you. You should have gotten a bump. Double the salary? No, but a significant bump because they're still saving money and they're being more efficient. At least that's what it seems like to me. So
right.
You could, I like the idea of you waiting, until a year. Let's see if they help solve this problem. Here's why. I think this first conversation is enough for us to learn whether or not you're going to stay there because they need to fix this. Good leadership's going to go, oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't realize that. Tell us more. No, we don't want to add more to your plate. We don't want to make you less efficient. We want to make you more efficient. Isn't that the response you want to hear?
Yes.
What if you don't hear that response?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Sure you do. How would you feel? Let's just talk about your emotion. How would you feel if they respond and they go, sorry, that's just the way it is. You got to figure it out. How's that going to make you feel?
I'd be angry about that.
Yeah, you would. So would you stay even with a pay raise? How long is the pay raise going to salve that wound before the scab gets ripped off again? What do you think?
Yeah, I hadn't considered that.
That's why I'm saying I don't want you to bring the raise up in this first conversation because here's my point. If they're not willing to fix this and make you feel really good about this fix, then if you talk them into a raise, the raise feels really good for a while, but it eventually wears off when you're stressed out and can't get the job done and feeling like you're ineffective. True or false?
True.
You see where I'm going here? So let's see.
Yes.
So I want to see if this is a healthy leadership situation. If this is good leadership, they're gonna address this, and you're gonna have a really good emotion. Then let's talk about your growth plan. And so I'll give you a quick minute on this. I don't ever want anybody to ask for a raise because it's just a weird, gnarly way of saying it. It puts the leadership in a defensive position naturally. What I want you to do is sit down. If they solve this other problem, now you've got to think of, hey, thank you for doing that. That's awesome because I really want to grow here. I want to win here. To that end, can we come up with a growth plan? Where are some areas that I can continue to add some skills, some learning, some additional certifications, whatever I can do to be more valuable? What do you think I can do to become more valuable? As a result, how do we measure that? What are some results that we can measure? Because obviously I want to keep growing my influence and my responsibilities and grow my income. So when you start talking about measuring results and tying your income to that naturally leads to a compensation discussion. Make sense?
Yes.
So that's how you do it. But I don't think that conversation happens unless they show you, oh, gosh, Casey, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We missed on this. We're going to fix this. We don't want you to be burned out. That's what you need to hear, correct?
Yes.
All right. So here's my point. I'm never going to give you or anybody else advice on this show to stay in an unhealthy work culture just because the money's good. So that's why I'm saying this compensation conversation happens only if they fix this problem, because you're not going to be there anyway. So start thinking, what would I do? Where would I go? And be okay with that, because you're not going to leap into the abyss. Thanks for the call, Casey.